This is a reply video to the Vice show about I'm too nice. And before I even get into my video commentary, let me say this. What I'm about to say does not reflect all women, especially black women. And the reason why I had to put that disclaimer out, y'all know I'm not a big fan of disclaimers, is because women tend to hear what they want to hear. And unfortunately, some of our women have selective hearing. Let me say this again. This is not about all women, and especially not all black women, or any woman that's been in my life per se. It may seem like I may be talking about you, but I'm really not. I have more experiences than just my interaction with you. So if anybody who comes across this video recognizes my voice and know what I'm talking about, I may not be talking about you, but I gotta put that disclaimer out here, okay? That being said, when a woman tells a guy he's a nice guy, that's like the kiss of death. If a woman tells a guy you're like a brother, that's the kiss of death. Really, kiss of death. Or you're my friend. But deep down, she keeps that nice guy in her back pocket at times. Believe me, I've been there more times than I care to admit. Now, my thing is, from grammar school all the way to present, there have been women in my life, whether I know them directly or indirectly, or know a person or a friend or my family member who have made poor choices in the men because they've been conditioned by the media, print or televised or movie or radio, or by hearsay, or by just following a group of women, and I had to say this, white women, idea of what the type of men they want. So they emulate that. When you see a guy with nice, shiny, a nice, bright, shiny car, nice clothes, you think he's doing something. Well, he's doing for himself. Now, some of those guys may go out there and wine and dine, female is fine. I call women who go out there like that, who I was looking for, materialistic things, no different, actually worse than the women that we see on the corner. At least we know what they are. They don't hide it. And I mean, it may sound mean, it may sound cold, but I have no respect for a woman who claims they want a guy to respect them, but then turn around and dog the guy because he's nice. Now, the way I've been raised is, if you're walking down the street, you walk towards the curb. She walks in. So if there's a puddle of water and a car drives past, you get it. Or if a car jumps a curve, you can push out of the way, whatever. That's how I've been raised. I'm the kind of guy that opens the door. I'm the kind of guy that give you respect. But because I do those things, manhood is questioned. And I'm not the only one. A lot of guys do. And I tell women that if you keep pushing guys away, depending on how they've been raised, you can create a monster. I knew guys that were just as nice as me, if not nicer, who were really dogged by one or two females, and they changed. And they became the biggest horn dogs that you would ever see. And I can't get mad. I used to get mad at guys like that, but I said, just think about how you felt when the girl that you was in love with or in lust with or was cool with used you or hurt your feelings or broke your heart. Now, a lot of people, when they think about these things, nice guy, they think about it in a relationship sense. It's friendships as well. I have family members, and y'all have heard me talk about some of my family members. They made poor choices. They have men that were in their lives that was in love with and wanted to marry them, would have took care of the children that they had already, but they fucked those guys over. Now, this is not geared specifically at black women. This is women in general. But let's be honest, the effects are a little bit more dire in our community. I hear sisters say there's no good men. But then when you say they are, the first thing they say, well, they don't have my education. Wait a minute, just because you got some book smarts or got a piece of paper saying that you graduated from college, that means you know more? Maybe you might know more book smart, but do you have common sense? Then if you make it a certain amount of money, you say, well, he's jealous of me. Some guys are, some guys not. Some guys welcome a woman that got some money, so we know that, hey, we can pay our bills. Hey, I know that maybe she can buy me something. But because of role reversals and stuff, people are confused. Like, you hear women say, get with a guy, he got to take care of his wife. But you never hear women say, you got to take care of the man, because people frown upon that. That's why I say equal rights or women's lib is really fucked up, or feminist, what you want to call it when you really break it down and look at it. Because you say one thing and you want the other. But anyways, when you tell a guy he's too nice, basically you're telling that guy he's a bitch. He's a punk. He's not manly. And when we hear that, that whether we remember your face or your name, that sits in our head. And any woman that comes along that say similar things, we recognize it. I'll give you an example. There have been women that I've dated, women that I thought maybe could grow into something, who have said or done something that made me like, And like I said, I'm not talking about everyone I know and have dated, but I'm like, And then there are women I've tried to date who had children. And I think I've maybe done it 5, 6 times. And every time they either did something or said something that made you like, what the fuck? Why am I getting dogged out, you know? This is why I say to those brothers who are nice, don't change. But just watch the type of woman you're talking to. Because when you tell a guy he's nice, you basically question his manhood. And then if y'all go get them bad boys and give him kids or just give them your bodies and you do everything they want you to do, and then you wake up at the age of 36, 37, guys like myself who are in our 30s, who don't have kids, who don't have all that baggage, we're going to start questioning certain things. And we well within our right. You know, I never hear women, I hear guys say, you're too nice. Or you're a nice gal, or a nice woman. We want that. We want a woman that's respectful, that got a good head on her shoulders. But when you give it up to a guy that you know is no good, then use that line, my daddy wasn't in my life, or my father didn't do this, or he ran game on me, or I was drunk, we're going to sit there and say, that's an excuse. You know, from the age of, let's say, 16 to about 25, you're going to have experiences, right? But you would think during that period of time, that 9 years, that you would probably say, you know what, I know what kind of guy I want. I know what I want out of life. But if you keep dismissing guys that respect you or don't ask you or mind fuck you into doing certain things, you're going to be alone. Now, as I said before, this is not directed to the women that I necessarily know or have been intimate with or tried to be intimate, whatever. It's just that these are observations, and there's some things I've picked up on. Like, I have some acquaintances that I went to high school with. And it's not who you think it is if y'all watching these videos. Or in this case, listening. You don't go out there and do questionable things in high school or in our early 20s and make insults, then wait till we get in our 30s and want to push up on a guy. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The women that I know from high school, or know of from high school, I should say, some of them would be nothing but a piece of ass. I'm just being honest with you. Because a lot of them are stuck on stupid. Some of the women that I knew in the workplace, I've seen out in public. Some, hey, how you doing, Harvey? Let's get together. And I'm like, why you want to get together? Remember, I was too nice. And I tell them up the door, I'm like, I don't think they'll work out. Wow, you think you all that? No, I remember what you said to me. And when you say nice guy, that's telling me, you're a punk, you're a bitch, I don't want you, I ain't thinking about you. Now, either you're horny, or you got kids somewhere, or you're trying to have kids, or you see that I'm doing well, you're trying to push up on me. Ain't gonna happen. So some of y'all can't get mad if a guy treats you a certain way or not, because you dismiss the guys that will respect you. You call them out and you question their manhood. You'd be surprised the women that I've come in contact with or know of who have chosen no good men and given them their bodies, their minds, their souls, their uterus. And now they see you doing something like, wait a minute. And then, Lord forbid, a white woman even talking to you. I ain't talking about trying to get with you, just having a conversation with you or standing next to you. It's like they go, oh my gosh. And you hear women say, oh, they taking our men away. No, they're not. Now, they sit there and make videos on YouTube and go on different sites and say that, but no, they not. Trust me. I can tell you a story. I was on R&R. And I went to a club with an ex. Now, at that time, I found out that my ex wasn't being truthful with me. Now, I was mad. I'm like, I'm in Iraq thinking about this woman. And I come back and like, okay, fine. I said, but anyway, that night, she still invited me to a party. So I said, man, I'm going to go out here and just have a good time. Because, I was getting shot at, survived 2 explosions, and I said, "There's no guarantee I'm going to come back home. There's no guarantee that if I do come back home, I'll be able to do these things." So I went out, was drinking, not really hard at first, but this white woman was coming up to me. I mean, it was a nice looking white woman. How can I describe her so guys can understand? Let's say what's the name played on Smallville? Allison Mack. Want to play the Chloe character. Nice shape, stuff the brothers look for. Seemed real nice, and she was talking to me. Now you can tell that she was hot, you know what I mean? She wanted to give it to me. But based off of my history, I was kind of hesitant. I wanted to see where her mind was at. Because I'm not walking out of here with this woman, especially me drinking, her drinking. And I said, we'll talk and see, we'll dance and see what happened, If she calls me the next day, then maybe we'll go out for coffee, that kind of thing, before I had to go back. But my ex, boy, she and her friends, you can see them. You know how sisters do. Well, at least some sisters. So she comes over and get between us, and the white girl, like, "This your girlfriend?" I said, "No, this is my friend." And my ex, like, "I thought we was this." And I said, "Wait a minute." But earlier I just found, and I sat there and I said, never again would I ever mess with a certain type of woman that I saw the warning signs prior or during a relationship. Make a long story short, those women don't want you with, if you're a nice guy, they don't want you with no one. They want to keep you in the back pocket. You the backup daddy. You the backup boyfriend. You the backup dick. You the backup car, the guy with the car. You the backup, I need $20. I need $100, $400. You the backup, oh, my child's sick, what can I do? That kind of thing. You always going to be regulated to the backup. And it's when they get a certain age, they realize, like, damn, I messed up. But some of them don't know how to come at you and say, yo, I messed up. Now, even if they did come at me and say, yo, I messed up, I still wouldn't fuck with them. Because when you get called a nice guy or treated badly because of some other dude, you make mental notes. Now, I'm not saying all women who have children or disrespect the nice guys or don't have children should always be held to these standards, but I'm going to tell you something. You better keep it in the back of your mind, because like I said before, I and so many guys out here have done this. And after a while, it gets tiresome. And like I said, ladies, once you tell a guy he's a nice guy, he remembers that shit. Even if he don't remember your name and don't remember your face, he going to remember that woman 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 2 months ago, said I was a nice guy. You'd be surprised at the women I've come in contact since I've been back home doing my travels. Hey, they go Harvey, how you doing? Give my number. What's your number? Oh, I don't give my number out. What's wrong? You don't trust? Nah, I don't think that we should be talking to each other. Number one, at that time, I was in a relationship with somebody. That was one thing. I don't fuck around. I don't cheat on anybody. But number two, I said I don't want to be friends with you because you betrayed my trust. You insulted me. And I'm like, I don't care if you got somebody or you just want to shoot a fat. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because once you go to that nice guy, or you're like a brother, or you my best friend shit, it's nothing we can do with each other. We can't even talk to each other. Because at some point, they're going to go to the hard luck stories. My husband, my boyfriend, my children. And then if you don't react the way they think you should react, you don't care about me. You being mean. No, I'm just listening. Cause I listen for certain words. When I hear women talk about the kids don't have this, but the father's in the picture somewhere, I'm running for the hills. Because I've given women the benefit of the doubt on certain things. But remember, nice guy. And then when if you're nice, they figure they can talk to you and do anything they want with you. They can say whatever they want. Because they know that you're not going to put up a big fight. Or you don't want to put a fight. Because me, I'd rather just walk away. Because I know how I am. I know if you push my buttons, if you put your hands on me, I can hurt you. So I'd rather just turn around, put my hands in my pocket, and walk out the door, or not have any contact with you. But y'all want the bad boys. Y'all don't want the nice guy. Y'all want the guy that's gonna call you a bitch. The guy that's gonna hit you over the head. The guy gonna say, let's have a threesome. Or the guy said, me and my boys want to run a train on you. Or the guy that when you try to break up, he gets you pregnant and then gets you pregnant again and again and again. And then you still hoping for the house in the suburbs, the white picket fence and whatnot. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all made some piss poor choices following people in the media or an older person or somebody who doesn't know enough about relationships. Like I say to tell ladies, if you want to know about a guy, talk to a guy, and talk to a guy that got something going for himself. Because we're going to let you know what guys want. Now, are we going to tell y'all how we think on everything? No. Just like y'all don't tell us everything how y'all think. My thing is, you can't sit here and dismiss a guy who carries himself and respects himself and want to respect you and the things that come along with you, and then want to run back to him. We foul that shit in away. See, if you angry, take that shit out on the guy who did something to you. Don't do it to the guys who respect you. And don't use these lame excuses why you did it, because we know it's a bunch of bullshit, because we heard it all before. So when you say I'm a nice guy or I'm too nice, you fucked up. Not just with me, but a lot of men. And it's not regulated to one group of women or a certain ethnicity, I should say. But it just, like I said before, it tends to hit the black community a little bit harder because we fighting too many battles and too many issues. Vote up, vote down, leave a comment.